it's Kathleen here from Triple Threat Tarot, here to do your mid-month February read. If you're new to my channel, then welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. We did a Valentine's Day read for the singles in the collective. This will be a general reading for everyone. It may or may not resonate with you at this time. If it doesn't, you may want to check out your moon, rising, or Venus signs. We're going to start with Moonology just to get an overall theme for the reading. Oh, okay, here we go. First one out of the deck on the floor. Balance spirituality and practicality. That's a message for Gemini. Please excuse my Siamese cat who is agreeing with whatever is coming up here apparently. The background. Let's see if we can get something else from Spirit for Gemini Collective. Spirit, is there anything else for Gemini? For mid-month February? Like the next 4 weeks of February, Spirit? February, March, going into March actually. February going into March, next 4 weeks, Spirit, for Gemini. Anything else you'd like to tell the collective? That seems to be the overall. Oh, here we go. One more message for us. What do you need to release? Okay. So we'll keep those to the side here and see how they apply to the overall reading. I'm going to start with the Blanc de Noir deck here, the black and white deck. Actually, one of my favorite decks. I absolutely love the traditional aspects of this deck in terms of how it relates to the Rider-Waite, but I also really love the imagery. Roses all over the front of this with vines and the passion. All the elements are on the front, the star for the dreams. And I think the images are really, really clear on this. Let's see what we get. We're going to start with the Celtic Cross reading. Okay. Querent, Knight of Wands, death. Somebody is coming in with a message of passion, and I think that that message is not going to be taken. Actually, this was Nine of Pentacles in the upright. I apologize that I pulled that out and set it down at the bottom. I just realized this fell out on the floor. So 3 of Wands at the bottom of the spread. 9 of Pentacles in the recent past. You seem to be making your way on your own here. Justice at the top of the spread. Immediate future for Gemini. Next 4 weeks, please, Spirit. Immediate future for Gemini. Source, Spirit, angels, guides, and ancestors. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Page of Pentacles. Can I get the bottom of the spread, please? Attitude of Gemini. 2 of Swords. There was some indecision here. Looks like you're going to be coming out of that. Maybe there's been a shift in this month. I know we had that earlier in the month. Ace of Wands, gift from the universe of passion in your environment already. 2 of Wands, path is laid out before you in your hopes and fears. You want some clarity on which decision to make, what path to take. Dealing with this myself, Gemini. As you know, I am a Gemini as well in my Sun Moon. So I can relate to this spread thus far. And 10 of Wands, also another card I've gotten recently for February. So kind of interesting. Bottom of the deck, the star, fulfilling your hopes and dreams, right? So let's start at the middle of the spread here. We've got the Knight of Wands. Perhaps this is a passion coming in. This is an offer of passion. And where it's coming in from the universe, I think these are 2 different discussions here. This may be somebody coming back to say they missed you, to apologize, to offer you another go around the bend, whatever it may be. And then we've got the Death card on the top. And I think that this is actually the obstacle you have to overcome, is having this conversation with the person that you're dealing with here in this Knight of Wands, and the Death card is on top of that. So rebirth from the situation, a lesson learned here. Right now you're single and loving it and doing well. You're all on your own, kind of a master of your own financial universe, right? You've got everything that you need from a resource perspective. 3 of Wands at the bottom, waiting for your ships to come in, wondering when they're going to here, and then Justice. Will there be justice? You may be dealing with a Libra here that's offering you romance here again. And I think your justice is this Death card, to be honest with you. Page of Pentacles here, focused on the ordinary list is like an offer, right, of financial possibility. I think here this is you, actually, Gemini, because I know we've been talking about working on some kind of passion as of late, and some opportunity that you're trying to build for yourself, some kind of foundation here. There was a Two of Swords here. There was some indecision, and that is in the reverse in your attitude. So my guess is here you've already kind of made up your mind and which way you're going to go should this take place, right? You've got Ace of Wands in your environment, passion coming in from the universe. It's already in your environment, and there's something that you're working on. Two of Wands in your hopes and fears. So you're asking, which of these two paths should I take? And it could be a path of romance versus career. It could be two different career paths or two different opportunities that come your way. You've got the whole world in your hands here, staring out at the horizons, trying to determine what would be your best course of action. And perhaps, this Two of Swords could also relate to that Two of Wands when the passion comes in. Maybe your choice is made later on in the month. You're putting your burdens down. Ten of Wands is released. Here, you've been carrying other people's burdens for a long time. And the final outcome is you can put those burdens down. So that's really good to see. And then you've got the Star card here, hopes and dreams, right? Will your hopes and dreams come to fruition with all of this? Let's get the Orion stack. Maybe it's pronounced Orion stack. I just actually purchased this relatively recently, a couple weeks ago. And absolutely love this stack. The images here are so beautiful. So beautiful. I meditated on these and shuffled them before, but I like to shuffle them in front of the camera so you know that I've shuffled them, and what comes out is what comes out, and that is what is related to the reading, right? So, can I get some clarity, Spirit, on these cards? The Knight of Wands, Death, and Justice. Is this a past relationship? Seven of Wands, yep. So, you are a weary warrior. You've had some struggles here with this individual in the past. Ten of Pentacles. Huh. So maybe you saw them as a Ten of Pentacles as a foundation in the past. Maybe that's where the indecision is coming from. High Priestess. You have some intuition about this. You definitely have a sense of knowing what you need to do here. There's an innate knowing about whether this relationship is really going to be it for you. And it does seem relational. It's the only reason I keep talking about it in that way. Knight of Swords in the reverse. So somebody's not telling the truth here, and maybe it's you. And Two of Wands. Interesting. In the reverse. So I think with them, you've had some, which path do I take? And I'm not taking the path with you, although it's here in your hopes and fears. Four of Pentacles, holding on to your resources, holding tight to what is yours, and trying to build that foundation for yourself. And in the traditional Rider-Waite, there is one pentacle on the head, one pentacle near the soul, and one on each foot. It's like head, heart, and soul, right? Everything is aligned on you, and the focus is on you. And the judgment call here is making a decision about all of this. And once you make this judgment call about focusing on you and your foundation and the passions that you have, you put the burdens down, if that makes sense. Okay? Let's get some additional clarification here on this from Light Seers. See if there's anything else Spirit can tell us. Spirit, can you tell me anything about this Page of Pentacles and this passion that Gemini is pursuing? Got to have some patience, because you don't have any patience right now to see that come to fruition. Yep. Nine of Swords, definitely. Nine of Swords, You used to have a lot of sleepless nights. And High Priestess again. So you have intuition. You know that this is what you should be doing. Three of Swords, definitely had some heartbreak in the past with this Knight of Wands. I think that's why you're making the decision to move away. Six of Wands, there will be reason for celebration. And the outcome here, Ace of Swords, some clarity and some truth will happen maybe in this conversation. And that will bring you the world, right? This card here, being bound up, not being able to make a decision, sometimes it's blindfolding yourself, right, to the truth. Holding two alternate realities in your hands. See, Hanged Man again, and Eight of Wands. So there's definitely communication coming in. What's in reverse? Okay, don't need to really burn my cards up on the candles. Knight of Wands again brings the Five of Swords. Yeah, somebody who's a winner at all costs. You had to walk away from this situation in the past. And I think you're walking away for a final time here. That's what I'm taking away from this. All right. Okay, we'll look at some. Let's look at some spirit animal cards for you on this. I think I'd like to see what they have to say. Let's see here. Okay. Get a spirit animal card for Gemini's past person. Do we want to talk about the past? Really want to talk about him or her? Because we know, but we get the death card. We move on from that. So maybe we won't. Maybe we'll get a spirit animal card for Gemini. How about that? Oh, and up comes the tiger. It's amazing. Yeah. Dolphins. So dolphins, you know, use echolocation and they bring everyone happiness, everyone that's around them. And I think honestly, you know, when you're happy in yourself and what you're doing and you're passionate about it, and the focus is on you here, that makes all the difference to the people around you as well. You're able to be there for the people in your life when you have that bandwidth to be able to. Black egg, I haven't gotten that in forever, so I'm actually going to read that one for you guys. Black egg. Okay. Speaking from an authentic voice and speaking the truth. Okay, so first I'm going to go back real quick before I read this and say the Moonology cards had what do you need to release? And I think it's this relationship. I think it's the long-held, you know, beliefs of what you thought it was and what it really turned out to be. Some illusions that you had around what that was going to mean in your life and the feelings around all of that. And then balancing spirituality and practicality, you know, there is something here that you're very passionate about, but you've also got to be practical about it as well, right? So let's look at the black egg here now, going into that. Speaking from an authentic voice and the truth. The black egg contains one's life's essential treasures. The truth inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies. The living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself, and what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear. We gossip or repeat stories to justify our own subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have an inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at any moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of our truth, the birthplace of our voice, the black egg and the fifth chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. How about that? The ancient sages saw this center, I apologize for that, at the hub that governs our speech and expression. It translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but it is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers, right? And I know how many of my Gemini friends are writers and teachers and so on. So balancing spirituality and practicality. So that's pretty good. And then, you know, the swords are all about truth here. With that in mind, I want to see what the Shaman Oracle has to say about advice for speaking truth as well. Because I think when you have this confrontation here, you have this depth, kind of like this closure here on this situation, which I think is going to happen. I think there's going to be justice here because I don't think it was a fair and balanced situation. And I think you're going to get messages of truth and clarity about what actually was going on here. And that was from our Light Seers deck, right? And then in the end, you'll have justice in knowing that what you did in terms of walking away was the right thing to do. Or not communicating, because the Eight of Wands was in reverse. Let's get a little more information. Can I get some clarity on speaking your truth here and balancing spirituality and practicality? Can I get something on the balancing of spirituality and practicality, Spirit, as well as speaking your truth here? 1 or 2 cards just to kind of round out our reading, please. That'd be great. For Gemini for the next 4 weeks, please, from Shane Oracle. Okay. The Vision Quest. Alright. What else do we have, Spirit, for Gemini? What else do we have for Gemini, Spirit? That's too much. What else do we have for Gemini, Spirit? Again, too much. I think this might be it. I think this is what we're going to get, is the Vision Quest tonight. There's nothing else coming out here, and I don't feel like I'm supposed to continue, so I won't with that. I will go to this card, the Vision Quest. If you can see that. Okay. You need to find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in the city, go for walks in the park. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside. Get off the couch and away from your desk and go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves. So set your intention and ask for nature for a guiding vision for your life. In the Vision Quest, you must face your fear and embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with Spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We reveal our flaws, our potentials, and the opportunity life is now offering us. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. Spirit has been trying to contact you but has received no answer. You're too busy in your own life and there's too much noise inside your head. Do not miss the call. Make room for some quiet time. Allow yourself to become bored for a little while, and you'll be able to hear the important message that Spirit's trying to send you. Oh, that doesn't sound like Gemini at all, does it? Right? There's too much going on in our head. Yeah. So, I think that's all I have for you now, Gemini. But basically, you know, looks like the cat came back the very next day, right? It's been a while, though, yeah? And although you're doing okay, you hear them out, but I really don't think, and it may be, again, like I said, a Libra that you're dealing with, I don't think this is going anywhere. You guys haven't communicated in some time. I think you're more focused on your career or some other hobby or project that you're trying to pursue. And the final outcome here is laying your burdens down. So I know personally I've needed to get outside in nature, and I have been not good at doing that recently. So this is a good reminder to me, because this reading is also for me, being of this sign, to get back out into nature and connect with Spirit more in that respect, right? Yeah, and what do you need to release? You need to release this one. You need to release this, for sure. So when this happens, and this death thing happens, and whatever, you need to let go of that and realize that's for your best good. It was supposed to be a lesson. If you tried over and over and over and over again in a situation and it didn't work out or pan out, or it didn't show up in the way that you thought it would, it's probably a lesson, right? So think about releasing that. Be prepared to do that, because it's ultimately for your highest good here. You drop everybody else's burdens. Yep. And at the bottom of the deck, the star. So that is what I would advise right now. I will see you again shortly, a couple weeks, for the March read. And hopefully that is a message that resonated with you, Gemini. Thanks for watching the channel, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye now.